Iceland doesn't look like Earth. That's not a metaphor. That's geology. Glaciers sit beside volcanoes. Lava fields stretch like alien terrain. Geysers erupt from the ground. Black sand beaches replace golden ones. This isn't a distant moon. This isn't a CGI planet. This is a real country, sitting on top of forces powerful enough to reshape continents. The question isn't why Iceland is beautiful. The real question is, why does Iceland feel like another planet entirely? Iceland is one of the only places on Earth where you can walk between continents. The island sits directly on the mid-Atlantic ridge, the boundary where the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates are pulling apart. Most of this ridge lies deep underwater. In Iceland, it rises above the surface. That means the land is constantly being created. The ground is actively tearing itself open. New rock is forming in real time. Every year, Iceland grows by a few centimeters. The country is not stable land. It's a process. That alone makes it feel alien. Few places on Earth host both massive glaciers and intense volcanic activity. Iceland does both constantly. Around 10% of the country is covered by glaciers. Under those glaciers sit volcanoes. When eruptions happen beneath ice, the result is explosive floods, ash storms, and reshaped landscapes. This is why Iceland's terrain looks unfinished. Jagged lava fields, steaming ground, meltwater carving valleys overnight. It's not erosion over millions of years. It's transformation happening now. The planet looks raw here, because it is. Iceland violates visual instincts. Beaches are black, not white. Rivers look milky blue from glacial minerals. Mountains are stripped bare of trees. Why? Because Iceland is young, geologically speaking. Most of its surface formed within the last 20 million years, which is extremely recent for Earth. So instead of soft, rounded landscapes shaped by time, Iceland looks sharp, skeletal, and exposed. It feels unfinished, like a planet still loading. In Iceland, the ground breathes. Steam rises from cracks. Hot water bubbles up naturally. Entire towns are heated by Earth itself. Over 85% of homes are heated with geothermal energy. Not because Iceland is eco-trendy, but because magma sits close to the surface. This is one of the few places on Earth where you can see internal planetary heat escaping. It's unsettling and fascinating. The planet is alive here, and Icelanders live on top of it. Iceland has almost no forests. Not because they were never there, but because early settlers cut them down and harsh conditions prevented regrowth. The result, a landscape with nowhere to hide. No canopy, no softening, just rock, moss, ice, wind, and sky. This openness creates an eerie sense of scale. You feel small, exposed. On most of Earth, nature surrounds you. In Iceland, it confronts you. Iceland's location near the Arctic Circle distorts time itself. In summer, the sun barely sets. Night becomes a suggestion. In winter, a daylight shrinks to a few hours. Darkness dominates. This warped rhythm affects sleep, psychology, perception of reality. Days blur. Nights stretch endlessly. It feels less like time passing, and more like time malfunctioning. Icelandic weather doesn't follow patterns. Sun, snow, rain, wind, sometimes all in 1 hour. Storms appear suddenly. Visibility collapses without warning. This instability adds to the alien feeling, the sense that natural laws here operate differently. The land doesn't negotiate. It doesn't adapt to you. You adapt, or you leave. Iceland is one of the most isolated inhabited places on Earth. For centuries, it developed separately from mainland Europe. This isolation shaped a language Icelandic has barely changed in 1,000 years. Culture, relationship with nature. Icelanders don't romanticize the land. They respect it. They know it can kill. They know it can change overnight. Living here means understanding you are a guest, not the owner. NASA trained astronauts in Iceland. Why? Because the lava fields resemble the surface of the Moon and Mars. Hollywood films alien worlds here, without needing CGI. Scientists study Iceland to understand volcanism, climate change, planetary formation. Iceland isn't just strange. It's informative. It shows us what Earth looked like before life softened it. Iceland feels like another planet because it shows Earth without filters. No polish, no comfort, no illusions. Just fire, ice, wind, and time exposed. This is what the planet looks like when it's still shaping itself. Iceland isn't alien. It's Earth before it learned how to be gentle. And standing there, you don't feel like you're visiting a country. You feel like you're standing on a planet, still deciding what it wants to become. If a place like Iceland can exist on Earth, what does that say about the planet we live on? Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more fact-driven documentaries.